Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Thomas, and today I'm gonna go over something that you guys should really watch. It's very important. So we'll start off with this. I think you're addicted to the idea of trading, not the reality. So what does this mean? You're addicted to the idea. So idea. Let's make this. So what do you see on YouTube? What do you see on Instagram? What do you see on Twitter? What do you see on social media that promotes trading? Well, you like the aesthetic charts, right? Aesthetics, you like the aesthetics. You also like the P&L screenshots. So you like to see something like this, right? You like to see these big numbers. And you also like the lifestyle, of course, the lifestyle, the Dubai, the buildings, all that stuff. So you like the life that trading will provide. And I like that too, to be honest. I would love the life that trading provides. But here's where we need to go to the next step, okay? So you like the life, you like that, but that's not the reality, especially in the beginning, okay? And it's just a fantasy that big social media influencers will promote to you if you buy their course, their mentorship, whatever. So that's something that you have to understand. In the beginning, this is not true. Trading is very hard to succeed in the beginning. You need to take a lot of months, sometimes weeks, months, even a year or two. Especially if you have a mentor, it could take shorter, right? But those are just the average timelines. So here's the thing. If you have that mindset of quick money, you have this mindset of quick money, right? You have a quick money, like waves, right? You're never going to make money in trading. You're never going to make money in trading. Why? Because you're essentially gambling. You want money quick? You want quick money? You're gambling. Trading is not that. Trading is not the casino. So it's not the casino, okay? Trading is not the casino. Why? Because it's a probability game. It's a probability game based on statistics, past movements, and probabilities. So it's not a casino. You need to wait patiently. What does that mean? You wait, you get rewarded. So I'm talking waiting, I'm talking about in waiting retrospective, I'm talking about waiting for a trade, not waiting to do some work or to set up your charts or whatever. I'm talking about waiting and sitting on your hands for, even depending on your strategy, depends. Let's say you take a trade five times a week. Then if, let's say, out of those 5 days you have 3 days that are good setups, right? You're gonna take those 3 days. So say 3 days out of 5 are good. You're gonna take those days. But here we have 2 days. Now the 2 days, what are you gonna do in these 2 days? You're gonna wait, you're gonna sit on your hands. What are you gonna do? You're gonna see an empty chart, bro. That's it. You're gonna see an empty chart, you're not gonna see good candles, and you're gonna have to wait, right? You're gonna have to wait for that setup. So this is why I also recommend that you don't, here, let me write this down. This is why I recommend that you don't trade, you don't trade fully, so make a full income. You pair it with something else. So you're not trading, pair it with something else. So maybe you should make a mentorship, or you should teach people how to trade, right? So then you can teach, right? Mentor. learn. Why? Because remember the casino analogy last video. I don't know if you checked out the last video, but if you didn't, there's a link above, but if you want to check it out. But basically what I said was there's a casino analogy, right? So the more you spend in a casino, the more, so here, let me write this down. The more money you can make, so, or you can lose all that money at the same time. Now, since trading is a probability game, why not just wait, right? Trading. Just wait for your setup with the highest probability. That's all you need to do. So you just gotta wait for your setup. But we're going a little bit off track, right? So that's why you don't pair it with, you should pair it with something else and not trade full time, or you shouldn't trade, all the time. That's what I'm trying to get out of you, right? And yeah, if you still want this, well, I don't know. If you still want this and you still want to make money in trading, you still want this, you got to go over some stuff that I'm about to tell you. Okay, first of all, remember, you need to be okay with not taking a trade at all that day. That's why I also recommend to risk heavy, because you are focusing on high probable setups. So you need to understand high probable setups. How much times do people have to tell you? High probable setups, like how obvious do I have to make this? High probable setups, that's the only thing you're looking for, okay? Remember, it's also because more, and I had to learn this the hard way, by the way, but more does not equal more bread. Doesn't. Sorry to say it, but it doesn't. So the main point of this video, right? The main point of this video is is to be motivated to keep trading, but not to take setups just because out of anxiety, or just because your mind tells you there's a setup, right? Because our mind likes to make up scenarios. Okay, that was the worst brain ever, but you understand what I mean. Our mind likes to make up scenarios, and that could be a dangerous thing, especially in a game revolved around money. So I'm not telling you to trade like a robot. I'm telling you that more trades doesn't equal more money. And if you wait for that setup, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, because the market's not going to give you a perfect setup. You can wait for that setup. You risk heavy on it. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to say risk 1% of your account. I'm not going to say risk, if you have a $5,000 drawdown, I'm not going to tell you to risk $5, because then you're going to blow your account. That's stupid. I'm telling you, you should risk around 400, 600, 700, around that area, right? You want to make money, because we are looking at high probable setups. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, it'd be nice if you guys would check out my Instagram down below. I have some free content there. Give me a like and comment and tell me what you think about this video. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.